Okay, so hello, good evening, everyone. We're just waiting for before we can actually begin our live stream. Um, so hintayin lang natin siya ng saglit, and we'll begin the conversation, our pre-coronation live stream. And we will be discussing a lot of things with regards to the impact of the Miss Universe Thailand competition right now, because there are a lot of things that might be that we need to discuss with regards to how it's going to be to impact yung ano natin yung magiging outcome ng Miss Universe later on. Um, paano magkakaroon ng what are the things that we can learn from with regards to the production, with regards to the staging of the pageant. And pag-uusapan din namin ni Mark in a bit yung mga front runners and yung mga dark horses for the pageant. Ayan. We're just waiting for Mark to log
Hello.
in. There he is. Hello,
Hello.
Mark.
Sawadee ka.
Apologies. Hindi kita marinig kasi
Ay,
hindi pala naka-plug in yung aking ang aking earbuds, ang
ayan.
aking earphones. Sorry.
Hold on.
Naka-mic kasi ako ngayon with regards to the with to the uh, phone jack. So I need to put in my earbuds para marinig kita. Ayan. So there's quite a number of people na in the waiting room. Art Laurent is here. Hello, good evening, Art Laurent. Kumusta? How are you doing there in Europe, I believe? Mark is with us, is as our special guest for this evening kasi
Hello.
pag-uusapan natin yung ayan.
Ayan.
Can you hear me?
We can
Ayan.
hear you. Hello, Art Laurent. Hello.
Okay. So, for those who have recently joined in our live stream, naglagay ako on the top of the, what do you call this? On the top of the live stream chat, a poll. Which among the three front runners are your favorites? At kung wala dun yung bet ninyo, you can click the fourth option, which is the other options. Okay?
Oo naman,
Right
sure.
now, Vina is leading with 44%. Antonia and Jasmine ties at 20% each. And then yung wala doon sa top three, wala doon sa three front runners is 10% yung running ng po. Okay? So
Very
we will
interesting, no? Oo.
yeah, we will be unpacking this a little bit later on, and we will be discussing this further as we discuss yung MUT this evening. Ayan.
Exactly.
So, Mark, the first thing that I want to discuss with you is yung production values ng Miss Universe Thailand.
Yeah.
Because what do you think about it?
Well, what I think about it is that ever since they hosted Miss Universe in 2018,
Yeah,
they never
2018.
departed on the quality in class. Parang it has always been the gold standard. So much so that it became the gold standard of national pageant competitions. You see, the staging, as simple as it is, but it's glamorous and glossy. It gave you enough time to appreciate the girls, the walk, the answers, the time, the face. Everything has been given attention up to the T. You can see that the lighting is really well and equal for everybody. So if you have certain flaws in your body, inescapable. If you're really gone to perfection, it's there. So I think that's the right platform or staging, should I say, for national pageants and girls around the world to showcase what they got and who they are as a person. That equals the playing field, kumbaga, no?
Yes.
For shorter girls, nakakabawi sila sa appeal, sa face, and you can see them. For taller
Yeah.
girls, of course, the long strides, the catwalks are emphasized. Pero for overall idea, I think it gave a lot of opportunity to a lot of women equally. Everybody shined that night.
Yeah.
Um, pero talagang there are really, really few standouts and they're very important for this year's competition.
Yeah. And on my end, I think that when it comes to the production value of the Miss Universe Thailand na preliminaries that we saw a couple of evenings back is that
Yes.
MUT sets the gold standard for any Miss Universe franchise when it comes to how you stage your pageant.
South
Very, very
Africa,
important
South
to note.
Africa came close though. I
Yeah,
appreciated this
I
year's
would
Miss South
agree.
Africa. Oo, ang galing din nila. Pero I think it's the Thailand energy that started everything.
Exactly. And I think one of the things that really stuck with me with regards to the production of the Miss Universe Thailand preliminaries is the camera panning. Because if you are, as you said, mentioned earlier, short, tall, thin girl, wala kang maitatago. But the camera panning and the lighting has been very consistent from girl 1 until girl 53 that you wouldn't necessarily pinpoint what are the major flaws of the candidates unless
Yes.
you scrutinize the video of the girls. And
Totoo.
what I really like about this is that very consistent yung panning from one side of the stage to a close up to a full body shot to a half body shot to the face. Very consistent from girl 1 to girl 53. And I think
It
that
is.
gives an even playing field for everybody in the competition so that walang lamangan sa stage
Totoo.
'di ba? Walang lamangan sa stage sa time on stage at saka doon sa uh, nakuhanan ng mas magandang angulo sa ganitong girl o sa ganyang girl. And I think that is
Yes.
very important when you are trying to even out the level playing field so that every girl, whether they have camps, they are affiliated with any camp, they are not affiliated with any existing camp, or if they're independent, they are given, the opportunity to fight at an sorry,
And you're back.
MUT highlighting, the equality in terms of exposure and in terms of camera angling for every girl in the competition is something that is really commendable.
Totoo. Totoo yun. This is the for everybody to see why we're talking about certain girls and a lot of people are appreciating these girls from all over the world. And what happened between the national competitions that came early, or let us say from the time Arboni won up to the moment tonight, and why is it so important that Miss Thailand is given so much attention? No? Because people can notice na talagang we're giving a lot of energy about this year. So, oh, I think we lost Jason there. Let's wait for him.
Okay,
You're
sorry,
back.
I'm back.
Yes. So as I was saying, we're looking at the points that what happened between Arboni's win in January to today. Why Thailand became suddenly so important, no, of anything. And I think talagang trinabaho din nila that they got the quality of girls na walang question, walang kaguluhan at walang kontrobersya if you win a crown anyone. And speaking of crown, the crown is gorgeous. Ang ganda, ganda.
Ang ganda.
Mawad really did something great. This is I love how it is. It's still gold. Reminds me of the gown the crown ni Angeli, pero this one's very very different in construction. I really love it. So Thai.
Yeah. And I think when it comes to the Moad crowns, I think I prefer the crowns that they do for Miss Universe Thailand or for the Miss Universe crowns that they have done so far. It feels like for me the MUT crowns that it's designed by Moad is more impactful than the Miss Universe crowns
Yeah,
themselves. So maybe they have more creative license perhaps in
I think
creating or crafting the crowns. So for me naman, isa sa mga favorites ko is yung fireworks na crown that was used yata sa year ni
Chalita ba
Amanda.
yan?
I
Amanda.
think it's Amanda Obdam.
You may tricolor, you may red, blue, and
Yeah. with the parang fireworks na sun ray na
I love
designs.
that too. I love it too. But talagang Thailand is giving it their all. I mean, this is also the year of new crowns. South Africa, I think, has a new crown as well. So,
Yes,
ang gaganda. Pero talagang the Thai crown later is a standout. It's
I agree.
even beautiful than the Miss Universe crown. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and that's also the reason why there's rumors that they might be changing crowns in Miss Universe this year. So maybe who knows? They might get it right this time around.
Oo,
The third charms, third
third
time's
time's
the
the charm.
charm. Uh
So I think naman hindi papayag si Anne, Jakrutathip na her crown is not as grand or glamorous
or as gorgeous.
as gorgeous as that the local franchise. I mean, that
Oh,
says a lot.
yeah, and I kind of feel bad for Arbany, because she has a
She
very
deserved
short
better.
crown, short reign, and then yung crown niya, siya lang yung makakapagsuot noon dahil hindi niya ipapasa. And the reason for changing the crown, uh, allegedly, rumor has it, is because they don't feel that the new crown created much impact. So parang
Totoo.
hindi maganda yung hindi maganda sa tenga pakinggan yung reasoning kung bakit
Yes.
magbabago sila ng crown, di ba?
Totoo. And speaking of crown, Ben Hernandez has a question. Bakit daw papalit-palit ang crown ng Miss Thailand each year? At bakit walang makatalo sa chandelier crown ng Miss Universe? I think he's referring to the Sarah Coventry crown used until 2001.
Yeah.
I beg to disagree. Natalo siya ng Mikimoto. At least for me, you
Mikimoto.
know that. We have
Yeah.
that replica. On
Yes.
December, makikita niyo po yan when we do the live stream for El Salvador. I'm gonna bring that out again. Pero yun, I think why are they changing nga pala? No? I think it's a memento so that each year becomes a standout on its own.
From the previous years that I've known, yung crown is ibinibigay sa winner.
It is. Kaya natatago
So
nila.
maybe that's the reason why they keep on changing the designs of the crown so that it
Oo.
becomes affiliated with which winner gets the
Oo.
crown.
At just truly special yun. Imagine mo that the crown belongs to the name and the girl.
Yeah.
Ang ganda. Ang ganda. Ang saya.
Okay, so before we continue, let me just go through some mga hi hellos dito sa ating comment section.
Sure.
Um, where is it? Art Lorenz says, Hola, friend and Mark.
Wala.
He's, I
Art na
think,
lang.
based in Europe right now. And sabi niya, my mind says Vina, but my heart says Antonia. Yan.
I think hindi ka
Dre,
nag-iisa.
oo. Dre says, hello, Sir Jason, share ko tong live stream. Thank you, Dre.
Please.
Please do.
By all means.
Mm. Jester PL says, good evening, Sir Jess and Sir Mark. Can't wait to meet the new MUT and MU na din sana. Ayan, pag-usapan natin. Kasi nabanggit niya na meet the new MUT and MU na din sana. So, are you feeling that it is probably within this batch that we will see Thailand winning Miss Universe?
Okay. What I'm about to say is really controversial. You know, whenever we do this, Jason, na
We get
papasok tayo,
controversial topics,
pero wala
yes.
naman akong pakialam, sa sasabihin nila. More than any other queen from any other international franchise, I think this edition in El Salvador is strictly and exclusively important for Thailand. Why?
Mm,
Um, if you go deeper than the analysis of who's beautiful, who's pretty, of course, we know we have standards about that. Um, Thailand cannot lose the opportunity to crown a girl that will be unquestionable, whose experience is par excellence and cannot be, challenged by anybody because the reason why Anne really acquired this is they want the energy of the pageant to belong to Thailand and to the Thai
mhm.
people because they really loved it, di ba? Yun naman
Yeah,
talaga yung puno-tulo nun. Let's not foil anything about that. It just so happened that Miss Universe under IMG happened to lose a lot of money and the money belongs in
yes.
Asia and so the Asian people got it from them. And so
Yeah,
now, of course, the greatest glory and reward for that is to win the crown finally and bring it to Thai shores. And they weren't able to win it last year because it's transition, and the safest
yeah,
girl was Arboni. We were saying talking about this, and
exactly.
that's the reason we think
Yeah,
she won, diba? And
yeah.
now in El Salvador, it's a neutral ground. If they
Exactly.
win in El Salvador, Miss Thailand will not be questioned because the Miss Thailand will be crowning, whether it's Antonia, Jazzy, or Vina, or whoever among the five other names that we have in mind, is equally appreciable from people in Latin America, in Asia, or Europe. So, representative siya over-encompassing. And lastly, ang laki-laking tipid and money equity sa Thai organization because the girl lives in Bangkok. You don't have to relocate her.
Exactly.
You don't have to do
Uh,
anything. And all the endorsement deals centered in Thailand will remain in Thailand and will be in Thailand. So, ang laki-laki ng chance that the Miss Thailand tonight will be the next Miss Universe. And of course, they're gonna do that in 2024 because Thailand is hosting Miss Universe 2024
exactly.
for a
Mhm.
fact. So
And
ganon.
what I feel is this time around is that the energy in MUT has everyone talking. Mula Latina pageant na pageant
It is
pages, Filipino pageant pages, or any pageant page around the world is now looking at the Miss Universe Thailand finals because
super.
of what happened in the preliminaries. What happened
Mm-mm.
in the preliminaries is something that you would normally see in a finals night na competition. The
The
energy there
preliminaries,
was really very high.
the preliminaries is better than Miss Universe 2007,
Exactly.
2008. That's the energy we missed and they gave it last night. So talagang ay
Yeah.
wow. Iba.
Yes. And I think because I manage a page, pageant page, I see the comments, I moderate the comments, whether it's Facebook or IG. There are some people who feel threatened with the Miss Universe Thailand's way of production. Na sinasabi nila, hanggang production lang sila magaling. However, their winners have not been very successful or whatnot. That may be so, but you cannot rely on that thinking with the quality of
No.
girls that they
I
have
think
this time
I
around.
think this time they have it. They really got it in
Exactly.
them.
I
They
think so.
have the right girls.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Whether it's one of those three girls na front runners or one of the lesser known girls, because may isa tayong pag-uusapan na
Yeah, she
is a
slid. Actually, may
yeah,
dalawa. Dalawa yung sa akin. Yung isa
dalawa.
reminded me of a local queen na reigning in the Philippines right now.
Yung
Galing-galing din
isa
yan.
yung isa is I believe a US graduate
I think
who
so.
who is also a sustainability warrior, which is as we've seen last in January, the top two girls were advocating for sustainable fashion. So
Mm-mm.
hindi nawawala sa equation yung metric na yon, 'di ba? So I think
There's another, oo, and there's another girl na being trained by another local friend here in the Philippines who also
there are two
did really
actually.
well. Ang
Yes.
galing nila kagabi. Like,
Yes.
girl, these girls are giving.
And
They give it all.
and okay, pangalanan na natin yung sino yung mga trainers nila. One is
Sige,
trained by RL
RL.
Lacanienta
For
of RL's
Pitsanulok,
Angels.
yeah, Miss Pitsanulok was his
Yes.
muse.
And the other is trained by si Miss Shandy Monte Carlo Lim, who is
Mm.
yung tinrain niya is si Chatnalin, who is I believe a runner-up in Miss Grand Thailand several years back. Parang
Ang galing din ni
2020,
Shandy
2021, something like that.
magpasarela ha. Ang galing ni Shandy
At
magpasarela.
saka
Malinis.
malinis silang yung dalawang Pinoy girls. No, yung dalawang Pinoy trained na Thai girls,
Girls.
malinis yung kanilang pasarela
Oo
on stage. And we
naman.
will be talking more about them later on.
Later
Um,
on.
we're not gonna spoil muna, but we are just wanting to give credit where credit is due because Filipino trainers are really good at their job when it comes to training girls, whether it's local or international. The mere fact that the one who trained Antonia for the international competition in Miss Supranational is RL Lacanienta
Ano
gives
kanyenta.
you an idea where what caliber yung mga Filipino trainers natin.
Yes. At saka nakikita mo rin yung certain elements of style and beauty that Antonia
Yeah.
channeled in this competition. when she went to Supranational, it was very sweet, subdued Miss Thailand. I think, although she won Miss Supra, pero she's giving more of a Miss International energy
Yeah.
to me. Pero this time, it's really Filipina Miss Universe energy. Straight, long hair, sexy, vivacious walk, the body
Yeah.
placements, the hands, and I don't know. Like that girl learned her
Yeah.
lesson, took her homework.
Agree. Okay, let me just go back to the comments. Love Nimrod is here. Sabi niya, hi Jason. Ang pick niya is either Antonia or Vina. Ben
Oh,
Hernandez is here. Tinanong niya, siya yung nagtanong about the crown, kung bakit nagpapalit-palit every year.
yes,
Um,
yeah.
Ping follows it up with bakit walang makatalo doon sa chandelier na crown. What's your take on that?
I said it earlier. I think Mikimoto took home the bag.
Nikimoto.
I
On,
mean, iba.
on, on my end naman, the chandelier crown has, for
The
me, a
classic.
more sentimental na value on my end.
Because we grew up with that
We grew up
crown.
with that. And I think for the longest time, that has been the longest used na
Oh,
crown ng Miss Universe. So, when
74 onward yata, no? 74
seven,
to 2001.
yes, yes. The initial na mga Sarah Coventry na crowns by that was worn in 1968 to 70, 71, 72 had
73, iba.
73 may mga
Iteration.
modifications na nangyari yon eh. And
Uh,
moving forwards from I think from Margie, siya yung
73,
unang
oo. Siya
yeah,
yung
siya yung
unang,
unang nagsuot nung modern version nung Sarah Coventry na crown. Yun na yung ginamit until Denise Piñones.
yes.
Yeah. Ayun. Ben Hernandez here, medyo less than glam nga ang MU 2022 crown. Less than what we
Forgettable.
expect.
Forgettable. It's really,
um,
mukha siyang tiara ng bagets.
but I actually like this crown
I would have
over
loved it. I
the
would have
crown,
loved
the
it.
first MU Muad crown.
I would love it if it was red. You know why? There's another blue iconic crown in the horizon. Hindi dapat yun ang kulay niya.
Pwede.
It's
Um,
taking the you became a second rate. Parang it became second rate feels after that happened.
yeah. And if they used, red stones, it might have been more aligned with their HIV/AIDS na
Exactly.
advocacy for Miss Universe. I believe yung next Diamond Nexus crown with the rubies, the reason why it was red rubies yung
Because
ginamit
of
for
that.
that crown because of the HIV/AIDS na
Awareness,
connection,
yeah.
awareness connection, diba?
Because they have a partnership with AMFAR, I think, no?
Yeah,
American Foundation for AIDS and HIV Research, yeah.
yeah. Alrenz Cabasa says, grabe ang hirap ngayon ng labanan sa MUT.
Oh,
Kind of
sure.
agree. Um,
Sure.
it feels like, yes, you have the front runners, but there are a couple of girls that might change the game come finals later tonight. But I think lahat tayo, we are banking on the three girls to end up with a crown. Am I right?
Oo. May takot nga ako na baka of the three girls, yung pinaka hindi natin iniisip ang umuwi nun. I don't know.
Exactly.
May
Yeah.
vibe ako.
Parang this time around, yung uncertainty of who's gonna win is
Sana,
really dama ng lahat.
iniisip ko sana nasa kanila na rin yung Universe World International all in one stage. Kasi sayang yung tatlo. Dahil
Correct.
they deserve to be crowned in major international arena. Oh my God, Miss Thailand, you have to do your work now better than anyone else.
Okay. Sige. Let's just continue with the comments here. Art Laren, sabi niya, feeling ko kasi parang tailor cut ang bagong eligibility and standards ng Miss Universe for Vina. And inspirational para sa akin, pageant journey ni Vina at magagamit niya for sure sa Miss Universe. And then, Gamerholic is here. He mentions, I want Nalin to win sana. Nalin, which is chat Nalin to win. Okay. Travel Junkies here. Sabi niya, hello Sir Jason and Sir Mark, watching from Dubai. I think someone else will win. MUT likes to give a curveball on their pageant.
Mhm. Meron
What do you
akong,
think?
ah, Prachup Kirikan might be.
Mm,
She's also one of the eh, personification ng pag-iisip na ganyan because she also
mm.
delivered and surprised everyone last night. And Uttaradit to me
Uh,
is also glamorous.
on my end, I find MUT a little bit the opposite naman. Kasi I find it predictable. Kasi from 2016 up to last year, the only time that I failed to predict who's gonna win was when Ming Sofida won MUT in 2018. So yung victories ni na 2016 was Chalita, 2017 was Maria, um,
Oo.
2019 was Pawinsuda, tapos si Amanda Obdam, tapos
Yeah.
si sumunod kay Amanda?
Si ano, si um, 'di ba si Anjali?
Si Angeli and then si
Oo.
Anne, lahat sila nasa listahan ko ng mananalo. And especially last year and yung year ni Angeli, wala akong ibang favorite. Silang dalawa lang yung nilagay kong favorite ko to win and they ended up with the title. So
Oo.
this year, I am feeling yung pressure na baka hindi tumama yung gusto kong manalo this time around because it can pwedeng gumulong ang bola to anybody's court at this point in time. Yun yung
Totoo.
pakiramdam ko. It's not like may super angat among the three front runners. I feel like they're neck and neck when it comes to the possibility of winning.
Indeed, indeed. So, ang hirap 'no? Pero bakit
Hmm.
kaya? And, I think we should now delve deep ba into these girls and why are presumptive Miss Universe and possibly Thailand and possibly presumptive Miss Universe.
Sige, before that, let's ano
Go.
muna, tignan muna natin yung poll. Kasi right
See,
now, suddenly, Vina went slid to second place at 35%. And Antonia went up with 44%.
44.
Jasmine is 9% and others is 12%. So we'll keep this poll on
Open.
open
Sige.
para everyone can have their votes. Okay? So Mark, siguro umpisa na muna natin yung mga dark horses. Um, sino yung gusto mong pag-usapan muna natin among the dark horses?
Siyempre yung pinakamagandang dark horse, 'di ba? Prachup Kirikan nga, I was saying, I do not know what happened last night. She just came out of nowhere. Her swimsuit competition performance was like, what the hell? Where did it come from? Because you were looking at three girls, right? And
Mm-mm.
then all of a sudden, pagdating evening gown, this could be your next Miss Universe Thailand. You're pretty much, di ba,
Yeah,
convinced na ang galing-galing niya. And second, I only have two girls in the waiting
I
lang
think
na
we have the
I'm
same two
looking.
girls.
I'm also looking at Uttaradit nga because Uttaradit reminds me so much of Angelica Lopez in Binibining Pilipinas recently. But this girl is super vivacious. May pagka the body remind me of Yenbi Phillips. The
Okay.
catwalk is pretty similar. Very dusky Thai girl that we don't see common representation, and she's really pretty. At ang galing niyang dalhin yung sarili niya. I just didn't like the green gown she wore though because I don't think the fit gave her justice. But in general, it was really, really, really a winning material performance, diba? I don't know. I was thinking if there's any girl in the local competition in Manila that could stand next to that. I can only think of Angelica.
Oh. Ako naman, my dark horses were, I'm not sure they're Sash. Fit sa lunok, I think. Tama ba?
Also good, yeah. Ang fit sa Nulok, fit sa Nulok is also
Fit sa
good.
lunok, I think her name is Katie, yung kanyang English name. But
Katie,
her full name, I think, is Krong Thong Chantara Sompok. Okay.
yeah. Because Kati
Sorry.
Krontong is her IG handle, I
IG
remember.
handle, yes.
Mhm.
And what I like about this girl is that She is an environmental and sustainability studies graduate from the
Yeah.
University of Utah.
Whoa.
And this makes it quite really perfect with the sustainability factor, the sustainability
Okay.
element that the Miss Universe organization has been
And
pushing since
pushing the
January.
leadership kind of personality as well is also what they're looking into. Andun din
Exactly.
siya. Yes.
Exactly.
And the gown performance was really good too, ah. Naalala ko si Julia Sobier, bigla, parang
Mm-mm.
ang galing.
And
Galing-galing.
for me, tumatak yung gown na performance niya because it was not too it wasn't
Yeah, it's the
overperformed.
right kind of sexy. If she brings that to Miss Universe, you would still remember her.
Yes, I agree. And then the second girl that I have is the one that you mentioned earlier, Chat Nalin.
Mm.
Si Kirikan, I can't
Mm.
remember yung ano yung
Yung state, oo, Pracho, Pracho
Prachwa
Kirikan.
Pracho Kirikan.
Kirikan,
Ayun.
yes.
Because if I'm not mistaken, when Miss Shandy mentioned to me that she's actually training one girl for MUT and ibinigay niya sa akin yung parang IG handle ni Chat Nalin. When I first saw her photos, I was immediately thinking, oh my God, kamukha niya si Amelia Viga. She has that,
Ganda.
vibe and face and aura, especially when she was competing in the evening gown competition.
Oo,
Yung
ang
very
galing niya
controlled
do'n.
na movement.
Ang
Ah,
galing niya do'n.
galing. Ang galing.
Ang
The
galing.
only other,
I'm glad you mentioned Amelia, no? Akala ko si
mm,
Vina na yung kumuha ni Amelia, pero she gave Megan Young last night. I agree,
yeah,
Amelia Vega vibes no si
si
Chatlin
Chat
last
Nalin.
time.
Oo. And what I really, what I was really captivated with her was that from the very over the top na performance in Miss Grand Thailand, because you need that extraness
Ang
for
hirap i-unlearn ng mga
MGI.
bagay na natutunan mo. I agree.
Exactly. And then to have her compete in a way that, okay, mas controlled, mas sophisticated, there is a level of like not reserve, but rather class that has been imbibed in her in the way that she presents her pasarela. I thought that was like a huge difference from yung performance at Miss Grand
Totoo.
Thailand several years back. And there's only one other girl who gave me that, very clean, very controlled, queenly na elegance on stage. And that other girl is among the top three na pag-uusapan natin na front runners.
Yes, I think so too.
I think when it comes to technical ability, yung dalawang binanggit natin, si Katie and si Chat Nalin, being Filipino trained, syempre push na natin yung narrative na yan dahil
Oo.
uh, it's promotion for how good our trainers are.
Industry
Kinds
yan dito eh. Oo.
Exactly. And it kinds of gives credence to the fact that Filipino trainers are really good at what they do, that they are able to, na kaya nilang hasain. Kaya nilang bigyan ng transformation yung the way that these girls present themselves on stage, and really refine and polish the way that they do their pasarela.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
if if you have any girl that you want to be trained for an international competition, get a Filipino trainer to do it,
Try
because
to do it.
you're guaranteed that you're gonna get your bucks worth in terms of transforming your walk, your pasarela.
Oh, at saka sympathetic Filipina ano,
Yeah.
trainer. Yun talagang tipong gigil na bigyan ka ng panalo and wants to, share that win with you because dun lalabas yun. Kasi pag marami kang kahate, although wala namang masama, pero baka
Mm-mm.
mahati din yung attention towards you and it will not show. Kaya pansin mo, isa lang kay RL, isa kay Shandy, and napapansin natin sila ngayon.
Mm-mm. Okay, let's medyo marami-rami na tong mga comments. Let me just jump into this comment from Alrenz Cabasa. Sabi niya, chat na Lin ang sisira, I say. There is a possibility for chat na Lin if she competes with a very strong communication skills later tonight. Kasi
Mm.
dun magkakatalo-talo because when you get to the reach the top 5 and it's all speaking rounds, I think dun nasisira yung mga girls na front runners kasi if you don't have the confidence to speak, mauungusan ka ng mga girls na kayang magsalita.
Totoo.
And
Yes, totally agree.
Kape says, Mark, sabi niya, whoever wins, I think, tinik kay MMD, kay
I
Michelle.
mean, ako, I don't wanna be quiet because I don't think we don't need Thailand to say na may tinik sa lalamunan ni Michelle. Napakarami na. We were talking, diba, Jess, couple of
Yeah,
weeks ago, when Nicaragua won, that's another, diba, issue to
yes,
hurdle. I think if El Salvador heals her face, pahirap na naman yon.
yes. And even
Um,
even some of the Latina girls are very much uhaw na manalo, especially
And this
territorial
is
nila.
and this is a Latin territory, like what we're saying. If
Exactly.
you don't give the show to El Salvador, you will not win the show. And even if you
Yeah.
do bring the show, if the show don't want you to be in their show, you will not get it, honey. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we wish her all the best. At talaga naman susuportahan natin yan through and through. Pero, napakaraming tinik. I don't
Yes.
think this Thai girl tonight, whoever's gonna win, would just be probably one of the biggest na tinik na kailangan niyang
Yeah.
iwasan. So,
Yeah. I kind of agree. The 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 caliber of the front runners in Miss Universe Thailand this year, walang-wala
mm,
sa ibang mga Asian girls na sasali. So we really need to bring our A game. You
nahihirap.
cannot rely on the laurels of the past because
You
last year
cannot,
sinira ni Kun An ang pangarap
she
ng mga Pinoy,
doesn't,
ng mga
she doesn't,
Vietnamese, ng mga Indonesians, ng mga Thai. And I think this year matira ang matibay.
she wouldn't care. She wouldn't care.
She
I'm
wouldn't
telling
care.
you, if Thailand really wants it this year, and Thailand plays their cards right tonight,
Yeah.
whoever our girl, kahit si Krishna pa ang ipadala ko, which is sentimental favorite ko si Krishna, or whether I send Pauline Amelings, who we think also is a reputably excellent queen to win the title, none of our Pinay will match the plan, if that really is the plan. Diba?
Mm.
So, ganun. Pero I think the Latinas are not gonna give it up without a goddamn fight because of what's happening on the other side of the world. Kung nakikita niyo po yung mga girls doon, oh my God, magbantay tayo. Ibang
Yes.
klase po ang coronation. I'm waiting for Colombia because Colombia might be,
And
di ba?
Colombia is said Colombia, I think one of the girls competing in Colombia is Camila Alves. Tama ba yung
Yeah,
last
oo, di
name niya?
ba? Because
Who
they
is
were
a
so threatened by Malo going to Grand. So talagang
yeah,
hahanap sila ng mas grander queen than Malo to be. So Camila Alves is
exactly.
quite a girl.
And Camila Alves is bringing noise. So hindi enough lang na you're married and then you're joining Miss Universe. Kinakailangan you bring something to the table. And I
Oh,
think
yes.
that is what Camila Alves is gonna bring.
Could it be possible? Colombia, Nicaragua, and Thailand may top three as of now. Early to say, pero yes, that's what I'm
Mm,
looking at right now. So medyo nadodoon tayo. And all of those three girls are geographically significant
yeah.
and business friendly to the
Yes.
organization. So yeah, we
Yes.
have to be wary.
Yes. Okay. So guys, I will be stopping with the comments muna because pag-uusapan na namin ni Mark yung meat and bones ng live stream na to. Yung
Oh.
tatlong girls. Kasi ultimately, sila naman yung talagang pag-uusapan natin lahat eh.
Mm-mm.
So,
Yes.
here's what we're going to do, Mark. Isa-isahin natin yung mga girls. We're gonna dissect what they're good at, what are their weak areas. And then after we're done with all the assessments of the three girls, pag-usapan na natin who's gonna take the MUT crown.
Sakit.
Masakit ka ba? This is gonna be a
Masakit.
difficult conversation because I think lahat sila may weak and strong points. And hindi yung tipong one girl is overly strong in all aspects over the
Mm,
other. Kumbaga parang mataas sila sa ganito pero mababa sila sa ganitong factor and
totoo.
naghihilahan yon to make them like at almost at an equal playing field. So sinong gusto mong umpisahan natin? Ano, Mark?
Ikaw, you start it. I don't
Okay,
wanna
let's
act
let's look
as
at
one.
let's look at the polls. Unahin natin siguro yung number one or number three. Let's start with
Sige, number
let's
one
start.
para maiba.
Sige, unahin natin. Number one, Antonia.
I'm
Um,
so
your take.
surprised. I'm so surprised na yung mga viewers natin tonight likes Antonia. I thought Filipinos don't like Antonia. Um, I do not know, hindi ako shady kung bakit di nyo trip
Mm-mm.
si Antonia. Baka feeling ko kasi mas gusto nyo yung pagka-Latina vibes ni Vina. Gusto nyo yung vivacious, modelesque, standout look ni Vina. But, you know what? Antonia learned the lesson. Ako, ang napansin ko sa kanya, I think inaral niya. If
Yeah.
you're looking for a girl na definition ng aral na pagiging Miss Universe, it's Antonia. And it's not a negative kind of pag-aaral because alam niya kung ano yung pageant na sasalihan niya. She knows how to change her looks, her packaging, binago niya lahat, no?
Yes.
And oratory has always been part of her uh, strengths. Social civic activity niya is pretty high din naman. But ang aking hurdle is, I do not know if Conan would like to share a glory with another major platform. Could
Yeah.
gusto mo ba that your presumptive Miss Universe would be a former Miss Supranational? Because somebody will always take the slice of the pie. Kumbaga
Mm-mm.
sa atin, na, ang pangit niyang pakinggan, pero natikman ko na eh. So alam ko na
Mm-mm.
amin yan, nauna sa amin yan.
Mm-mm.
'Di ba? So
Yeah.
ang hirap nung ganung I think that was pretty difficult to delve into the process. I think that's the only hurdle for her because in general, Antonia is very much worthy of the Miss Universe crown.
Yeah. And on my end naman, I think Antonia is, I mean, okay, nagbago na ang looks niya. Aminin na natin, may nagalaw. Wag na, wag na tayong
Oo.
maglokohan.
At
May
silang tatlo. Sige.
sila tatlo,
Taslayan. Silang
may
tatlo,
pinagalaw.
maraming ginawa. Kahit naman yung mga
Oo.
girls natin sa Pilipinas, lahat ginawa. I did not mince
Mm.
my words. Totoo. O, huwag tayong
Oo.
maglokohan. Pero, I mean, di ba? It's for the better of everybody.
Yes. My only reservation with Antonia, aside from the one that you you obviously mentioned, no, being a former winner, is that kung dadalhin niya yung nervous energy niya doon sa preliminary speech competition to the finals, that would cost her a spot. That would cost her a title. Because the moment that you second guess the way you talk, I mean, the judges can smell fear. They can smell blood kapag nakikita, pag naamoy na nila na
Alam na
medyo
nila
shaky
eh.
siya.
At
Oo.
saka, alam nila at the back of her mind, conscious ka sa
Yes.
truth that revolves
Yes.
around you.
Yes.
Hindi siya Catriona because people will argue, what about Catriona? She went to Miss World, but she was never Miss World. 'Di ba?
Yeah.
Hindi niya nakuha yung although we all know she should have been Miss World, pero
Mm.
hindi niya nakuha yung titulo in paper. So,
Yeah.
when she got to Miss Universe, she was like a more improved, best version of herself that Miss Universe get. And therefore, she
Yes.
became one of the best, if not the best, Miss
Yeah.
Universe of the recent years. So talagang sobrang iba yung level ni Antonia. Kasi
Oo.
people will argue, was Supranational was your best? Or Miss
Mm.
Universe is your best? It's about to be seen. So,
Mm.
ang hirap nun.
And jumping off from your comparison, no, about Catriona, some might even compare her to Lara Duta, who from Intercontinental tumalon to Miss Universe.
Yeah.
But let's remember, during Lara Duta's time, when she competed in Miss Universe, hindi pa popular ang social media.
And
So
Intercon was
there's no
just,
buzz. There was no buzz on that. People
yeah.
are just thinking na, oh, this is another strong, beautiful, very communicative Indian girl competing at Miss Universe. Nobody was pretty much aware of her being a former Miss Intercontinental title holder. It was
Yes.
only after she won that we learned na, ay, nanalo na pala siya before. Which
And
also
nobody
makes,
cared about Intercontinental in 2000
exactly.
because at that time, the Big Four pageant was different from the Big Four we had today.
Yeah.
Back in the day, we have Universe, World International, and Asia Pacific.
Yes.
Back in the day, wala masyado. So, ito
Oo.
yung panahon na they sprouted pageant. In Latin America, they have Reina Sudamericana, which now
Mm,
became Reina Hispano, and all of
yeah.
the other smaller pageants in the process. So,
Yeah.
wala silang pake doon. If you win that, that's a training. People see that
Mm-mm.
as a training ground for you to win a bigger
Yeah.
crown. But the real deal are the big four. Eh
Yes.
ngayon, tinaas natin yung level ng appreciation for Supra eh. So, if you are looking Supra as one of the major crowns in the world that you want to appreciate, especially kahit sa lugar din nila Gerard Parzutka, ano rin yung isipin nila na ganun yung, di ba,
Oo.
treatment sa pageant nila, they weren't as, regarded highly as they thought they would be. Ang daming
And,
loophole ng Antonia win.
oo.
But she deserved it. She deserved it. She could very well do it.
Yeah. And if I'm going to break down yung kanyang ano, yung kanyang skill set, I think technical na yung technical skill on the presentation and pasarela na side, wala siyang problema doon. I think it's more
Maganda.
on the conviction of the way she speaks, she communicates that really needs work on. Kasi doon ko siya napansin na may konting hesitation in the way that she speaks. Especially this is a pre kumbaga prepared speech, parang pre-planned speech for
Mm.
the MUT preliminary speech competition. So
Ito.
I kind of think na siguro ang kinakailangan niyang ayusin is yung conviction in the tone of voice because that is the only weak area na nakikita ko na kinakailangan niyang i-improve.
Yes, and will remind you of your past. So wag.
Yes.
Yan. So that's
So
Antonia, no? So
that's
that's
Antonia.
how we see.
Now, let's talk about Vina. What's
Oh,
your
sure.
read on Vina?
As a half Indian guy, of course I want her. No, but race aside, Vina kasi offers something fresh. Just like all the other girls who are repeaters, yung mga try once, twice, thrice. Vina also comes from the shared experience of trying to improve yourself over and over again, of not quitting, 'di ba?
Mm,
Regardless, even if she got married, hindi niya tinigilan. So,
mm.
commitment to pageantry is there. That's a plus
Yeah.
point. Physically, may nagbago, may nagalaw,
Mm.
sabi nga natin. At
Oo.
ang ganda ng pagkagawa talaga naman. In terms of pasarela and some technical skills, medyo angat si Antonia because nga mas polished si Antonia. Pero she has the niceties, the nuances, at saka all the other theatrics that all pageant fans miss, no? When it
Mm,
comes to Miss Universe. I think Vina will bring that to the floor. I mean, that's also part of a strength. Could be her Waterloo, pero if she knows how to use it to her advantage, it's a strength. Um, she had more stories to tell. Ang daming
mm,
umiikot sa paligid niya. Her uh, advocacy, I think, is partly environmental, no? Nung una pa lang.
mm.
So, ang ganda din ng conversation. Hindi lang siya well-versed in English, but I heard her speak English. And it's enough for you to understand her. So, magkakatalo na lang din naman sa judges yun on how she carries herself through.
Yeah.
And so, I think Vina is who I want to become Miss Universe Thailand because bago yung plate. Yung wala
Mm,
akong poproblemahin. Eh, yung prove mo pa, oh, pero ang dami pa time to get there.
mm,
Pero Vina really wanted it. And she's been consistent and loyal to just one platform, one pageant, one message all the way through. And so I think that's the kind of girl we want also in the competition. And possibly the next girl.
mm. On my end, I think Vina is a great choice for MUTs. May mga hindi matutuwa sa sasabihin ko because I think that between Vina and Antonia, I think that Vina probably is the better choice. Because ang technical skill pwedeng ayusin. There are a lot of people who are commenting in the way na magaslaw pa siyang gumaglakad on stage.
Hmm.
lahat puwedeng ano 'yan, puwedeng aralin 'yan,
Bilis
yung
lang yan.
papaano, maglakad. May mga nagko-comment na medyo MGI-ish yung, the way that she
Galawan,
walks
oo daw.
on the swimsuit na round. That can
Ang
be
galing
polished.
nun. And the
That
evening
can
gown
be
daw was
yeah,
perfection.
the evening gown
Hoy,
was much,
grabe!
much better.
Binigyan tayo ng Versace moment ng evening gown.
Exactly.
Oh my God, I
Yeah.
cannot. You
The
gave us.
the technical skill, as I say, puwedeng maayos, puwedeng
Mm-mm.
mapapalkado pa 'yan. Give her intensive 2 months na training, September, October, anuhin niya,
Galing na yan. Magaling na
ah,
magaling na yan.
oo. I think with her skill level, polish na lang ang kailangan, hindi wala kang masyado ng tatrabahuhin. Kumbaga, 50% of the job is already done. Yung remaining na 50 na tatrabahuin mo is just, trim the fat that's not needed in the package.
Mm-mm.
the 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 way that she communicates. I think that is a much better indication for me na meron siyang hugot because the way that she talks about, her experience is very much rooted on personal experience, on passion. The way that she talks has conviction. These are things that I find it lacking on the way that what do you call this, that Antonia talks during her speech.
Totoo.
Na nakita ko kay Vina. I think that is Vina's advantage. Yung may hugot ka, na may pinanggagalingan yung saan nanggagaling yung
Oo.
gigil mo. And I think,
Kumukurot eh. And everybody
oh,
knows about that. Yun ang maganda
yeah.
dun.
And I think the only hurdle that would keep Vina away from the title is yung perceived thiness niya. Because that has always been something that has been thrown her way from detractors, from non-believers of Vina.
Mm.
But for me, I think it's about time that the Thai fans,
Opens.
organizers, and everyone involved in the NUT na hindi siya i-penalize for
Mm.
her, for her heritage because she chose to compete in MUT. Imaginein mo if the Philippines would penalize Pia Wurtzbach for being
Di
half
ba?
German, Catriona Gray for being half Australian, and several other Filipina girls na half-half like sina Rachel Peters, 'di ba?
Di wala
Then
tayong
wala
placement.
tayong placement. Exactly. I mean, we give enough avenues, whether they're halfies or they are full Filipina blooded na
Mm.
competitors, because they are the right girl for the job.
Mm.
I hope that the NUT and the Thai fans would recognize that as well with Vina. That if she's the right girl for the job, then give the crown to her. There's no point penalizing her for her heritage because it's not gonna be something that's gonna matter anyway in the long
Totoo.
run. Um, and one of the things that I am worried about if they choose Vina is there is another Indian girl who's coming to Miss Universe later. And I'm not talking Miss Universe India. I'm talking Miss South Africa. Brioni, Natalie
Oo.
Gobender.
'Di ba? Ay pareho na si ni Brioni ng situation. Full Indian si Brioni who happens to be but the only difference is that South African society views Indians as part of the major
Yeah.
rainbow color, 'di ba?
And
Agenda.
and and that's my only worry. There will be three Indians competing, and with the sash na meron si South Africa, and the very much affiliated na sa kanila yung strong speaking skills. And I've returned back and looked at Brioni's statement uh, doon sa Miss South Africa na
Ganda yun.
competition. And mind you, she's a lawyer as well. Alam mong may pinaghuhugutan when it comes to the fact na kapag speaking rounds, matakot na yung dapat matakot. So that's my only my only parang hesitation,
Concern.
concern na
Pero iba rin
tapos
talaga.
iniisip ko din Miss Diva, one of my favorite girls from Harnaz time. Yung first runner-up ni
Mm-mm.
Harnaz is competing again this year. And Sonali is a favorite of mine in Miss Diva during 2021. And I am sort of biased towards her. So I'm kind of like weighing na, oh my God, if there's going to be three Indians girl, may ma-overlook na dalawa.
Um,
And I am worried for Vina in that aspect. Kasi if pag-uusapan ko lang is she worthy of the MUT crown? Definitely, tagal na. Um, there is there should have been, there should have been a year na ibinigay sa kanya. Um, because I think nataon lang na nung mga taon na nag-compete siya, yung mga nakalaban niya, mas malakas yung hatak sa tao, sa judges. But this time around, tingin ko si Vina ang hatak niya is yung fans. And if you don't have the fan base, mapag-iiwanan ka. Because right now, sa lahat ng mga fan polling, I believe si Vina yung nangunguna eh. So I think for me, still, Vina is a much better choice than Antonia. However, I am worried with the mindset of the Thai judges later on. If
mm-mm.
are they open to give it to Vina?
I think they should. I think they
They
should.
should.
And looking at the ranking of the Indian girls possibly walking into El Salvador, Bryony has less technical skills compared to
Yes,
Vina,
to
di ba?
Vina.
She has the intellect. Alam mo naman sa Miss Universe, madaling makick yung ma-elbow pagka ganon. I'm sure a
Uh,
Bryony will be working on that. Sonal, feeling ko naman, will be the least powerful of the three Indians. I do not know. I have a
mm,
feeling that the Indian girls will not be the main Desi ones will not be
mm,
given as much spotlight as possibly a placement. Oo naman.
mm.
Because kung magaling naman talaga. Pero
Oh,
for higher placement, it can only be one Indian girl. And if it's Thailand's time, then let it be Thailand to
yeah.
get it there.
Yeah.
Diba?
I think there's a lot of people who are banking on Vina to win because
To
of
win.
yung loyalty niya with the
MUT.
Miss
Mm-mm.
Universe Thailand na platform. So I think
Totoo.
sana naman, it might go her way this time
Yes.
around.
Pero, the third girl
The third
is
girl, panira din.
is tricky. Ano, Jazzy
Yeah.
Cheater is, oh, how do I put it? I hate to put it this way, pero para siyang if Pawinsuda played her cards right,
Mm-mm.
or if Amanda has an improved version, this
Mm-mm.
would be the girl. Um,
Mm-mm.
what I like about Jazzy, she's so Western kasi. So she's not afraid on touching topics and issues in certain discourse na talagang controversial, not only for the local Thais, but also for international audiences. That opening statement about transgender is bold and
Oo.
vibrant. Could also be a kiss-ass move because,
Mhm. But
pero
it can be a double-edged sword for her.
it's a double-edged sword. She has to think about what she does in terms of that.
Oo.
Hindi ko questioning yung technical skills niya. Pasarela, evening gown, the walk. Oh, girl, this girl can
Yeah,
walk you through the nines, honey. If Lucier isn't is still with MUO, she'll love this girl. I
exactly.
think if Jassy becomes MUT tonight, safe spot is top 10. That's good.
Mm,
They
mm,
deserve it up to that point. Possibly top 5 even. And then
mm.
bahala na si Jassy how she pulls through. Pero she's equally worthy of wearing the crown. I don't have any
Yeah.
problem seeing her as the next Miss Universe Thailand. It will be an
Mm,
upset to the Antonia fans, to the Vina fans, but I don't
yeah.
think it's an upset for the Thai people. A lot of Thai people loves her. Um, although yung ibang tao lang ata, I mean, they're not approving of the stronger features that she has because she's
Yeah.
Western. She's part, I don't know, Canadian? American?
I think
American yata.
I think Western
Basta
I'm not
Western
sure
siya eh.
which one.
She's half North American, half Thai.
I think,
Pero again, she's not using the Thainess card, like how we
yeah.
heard it in Amanda a few years ago. Um, this is a Thai girl who knows her thing. Hindi naman siya excessively rebellious as Angeli because it hurt Angeli a lot
Mm-mm,
during the time na parang she was trying to prove a point. It's my weight
mm-mm.
versus me. And then after, pak, ang ganda naman pala ng katawan mo, beyond, di ba?
Oo,
So, hindi na bumibenta yon, especially with her Nas doing great, 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 great
oo,
this time. So, ito, iba na yung narrative niya. Narrative is being bold and vibrant. I'm the modern Thai woman. I'm not afraid
mm-mm,
to speak my mind. I'm not afraid to get
mm-mm,
involved. I'm not afraid to deliver. And so, look at me. And people are looking at her. Look at
mm.
us. We're looking at her too. So, yeah.
On my end, I think in terms of yung technical skill, walang kinakailangang galawin si Jazzy on her end. I think
She is really good.
um, whether it's her swimsuit or her evening gown, I think among all the girls, siya yung nasa top one ko in terms of technical skills. Siguro, the only girl that I can see, at par with her on that level is Chatnalyn and even possibly Antonia. But in terms of the technical skills, wala siyang kinakailangan ayusin doon. What I am worried about with Jazzy is if she's given a controversial topic, and she might lean towards a left or right answer instead of being politically correct in the way that she
Yeah.
answers it. Yun yung kaba ko sa kanya. And I think she needs to learn how to navigate, that very fine line between choosing a side without offending the other side. I think that's
Totoo.
the way that she needs to learn in terms of what area does she need to improve on. I don't think na kinakailangan pa niyang galawin yung mukha niya. She's pretty as it is. There are people who would go for that for her strong facial features, but there are
Wag
also
na.
people na might not
Oo.
even appreciate it. So it
Makeup
needs to
will
be.
do it just fine.
Yeah, I mean, no need to make changes. She's fine on that aspect. Um, I do, however, feel that because of her, uh, experience on the United Nations na may work siya with regards to women abuse, parang
Mm.
and empowerment.
Yun ang karga niya
And
eh, yung
her
UN. Oo.
exactly. And yung nakapag-reality show na rin siya. So
Mm.
you kind of feel that she's the modern version of a Thai woman who is also very much of a global citizen. That
Totoo. So,
kapag pinadala mo siya sa Miss Universe, she has all the right resume on her na tipong whether
hindi
it's
ka
something of
mahihiya.
substance, oo, or something na katuwaan lang, she has both. And
Siya to.
she's also, during the preliminaries, hindi ko inakala that she can dance like that. I mean, with her ballet training when she was a kid, I didn't expect her to do a Yendi Phillips on us during the swimsuit na swimsuit na competition na
Oo.
parang, ay, si girl marunong sumayaw. For sure, if magkakaroon ng opening dance sa Miss Universe, siya yung nasa
Ah, may
gitna, nasa
sila ni
unahan.
sila ni Nicaragua magpapatayan dyan sa opening
Exactly,
dance. Of
yeah.
course, di ba?
Shanice
Oo.
of
That girl
Nicaragua.
is also out of this world. Guys, we're sleeping on
Yes.
the wrong people here, ha? Bantayan niyo yung mga
Yeah.
tamang tao. I mean, ang dami
Yeah. So,
nating napapansin na
oo.
tumutubo-tubo.
So if they're gonna do a opening dance for Miss Universe this year, I mean, put these two at the front, and you definitely they're definitely gonna give you a show, di ba?
Mm. Totoo.
So
Ay, nako.
before we finalize our list, let's go muna sa mga comment section and read some stuff, okay?
Sure.
Kasi tingin ko napaka interesante nung yung conversation natin that a lot of our commenters here have so much to say na ang dami na nilang
Sure. Oo.
comments, right? So,
Ang dami.
'di ba? Sabi dito uh, ni Dansom SNJHSM, may Peru pa. Peru who is like 3 times din sumali sa Miss Peru tapos three times din yata siyang nag-first runner-up before siya nanalo ng Miss Universe Peru. So, she's definitely someone na we should also be on the lookout for. Okay, so
Exactly.
nasaan na tayo sa mga comments? Let me just go to, I think we ended up with Ping. Sabi niya, this batch reminds me of NUT 2020. Amanda, Vina, and Punica. Ngayon naman, Antonia, Vina, and Jazzy. Kinda, kinda parallel, no? Parang ang
But
repeater
I think
si...
these are the better top three, in my opinion. Much better than that.
Oo, I agree. Although, doon sa panahon ni na, ni na Amanda, it could have gone to Vina and Punica as well. No?
Totoo.
Although, I think this time around, this year, parang lahat sila pwede talaga sa universe. Kung pwedeng, sige, let's crown Vina this year and then reserve na si Antonia next year and then si Jazzy the year after. So we have like 23, 24, 25 on the box. Huwag na tayo magpa-pageant sa mga susunod taon.
So,
Silang tatlo na.
Vina sa El Salvador, si Antonia sa Thailand, si Jassy sa Manila. Char.
Pwede. Kung matutuloy sa Manila.
Kung matutuloy sa Manila, kung may pera pa tayong lahat. At mukhang ang hirap ng buhay dito. Pero let's see that. Oo, ang bongga nun. Ang bongga nun
Mm-mm.
sabihin sa atin sa Asia.
Lemuel 235 says, suggestion thoughts, Jazzy might snatch the win para siyang si Nicole Cordoves, but in terms of going international, she needs to double down on preparation. Tingin mo?
I don't think she has to double down on any preparation. She has to organize her thoughts properly. Kailangan niyang intindihin the reason why she speaks the things she says and the choice of words, the choice of conversation, narrative she would employ to becoming the next
Mm.
universe. So, I think hindi yung mahirap para sa kanya.
Sa akin naman is for her to be more, not politically correct, but rather more convincing in
Socially
delivering her
amiable. Oo.
yes.
Yeah. Convincing.
Yung can convince both sides that her I think I found the right word. The right word is she should be inoffensive or unoffensive. That
Hindi
she doesn't
dapat
offend. Whatever she says, hindi dapat maka-offend ng kahit na sinong side of, the two sides of the debate.
Pero was it
Um,
a safe choice na dapat yun ka kasi? Hindi ba pwedeng medyo let's push the ball a little bit and,
pwede.
trigger some
Although,
energy?
although some brands might not like someone who's really politically leaning right or left. Diba?
Totoo, no? Sabagay.
Oo.
Pero Thailand is now very much open with a lot of things going locally. I think
Mm-mm.
it could be her strength. Ang
Mm.
daming pwede mangyari, no?
Oo.
Possibilities are endless.
But what I think about Janzi is that she can be very commercial.
She is very commercial. I agree.
Mm.
I agree. Uh,
Mm.
she has all the right ingredients to become the... Alam mo
Yes.
talagang silang tatlo, G. G na G, whoever.
Correct. Um, sabi ni Morphia, as always, the best tandem talaga, sina Sir Jessen at Sir Mark. Oh,
Salamat.
salamat.
Papu
Thank
ka.
you. um, okay, sabi ni Dansom, SNJHSM, yung mga taga-India and yung sa, or this is South Africa, tinik din. Ha ha ha, good luck sa ASEAN talaga.
We
I'm
said what
telling
we
you, don't
said.
sleep on India. Don't sleep on India. I think if Sonal wins, I'm hoping Sonal wins.
I think Sunal will win. Baka i-appoint na lang eh.
Hindi, may contest sila, Mark. They
Nako.
have,
Pero so far Sonal is the strongest girl. I've seen the
and
roster.
facially, I love Sonal's face.
Oh,
I
ang
think,
ganda niya.
baka awayan mo ko. Between Harnaz and Sonal, I think that Sonal has a prettier face, has a more commercial face than Harnaz.
On a
At least for
typical
me.
Indian, parang ba, on a democratic Indian sense of beauty, oo,
Mm-mm.
Sonal. Pero kasi nung time na yon, Harnas was like
Harnaz
packaged
was,
Bollywoodish eh. 'Di ba?
oo.
Very, parang
At saka,
feeling ko that night, naalala nating lahat si Ash. Naalala nating lahat na may
oo.
gano'n.
At
So, umasa
saka,
tayo na gano'n din siya.
at saka si Harnaz, I think she was hitting the right moments no? From her
Ang galing niya
winning
'no?
Miss Diva until sa Universe.
Ang ganda ng katawan ni Naz no'n, ang ganda ng lakad ni Naz,
Oo.
ang galing-galing ni Naz that time. I
Mm.
think she was just not ano ba 'yun,
She peaked at the right moment.
I don't think she just have the right emotional quotient during the time that she was reigning. Kasi
Pwede
now,
din.
nakikita mo ngayon ang ganda bumabalik
Oo,
eh, andiyan na
bumabalik ang katawan
naman.
niya.
Ang
Yes.
ganda na naman niya, sexy na naman niya, like, Naz, you're doing
Mm.
great.
Okay, sabi ni JB Sarmiento, I think Vina and Jasmine would be the last two standing. Both have good comm skills. Vina is Emmy ready. I agree. Jasmine has a very transformable beauty. Both would be great Thai representatives. I think
Or Jazzy and Antonia could be.
would be if they're looking at the kasi hindi ko rin we cannot just easily dismiss Antonia because
Jazzy
during
and
the
Antonia are
preliminaries
oo,
sila
same
sila
eh.
just sila yung sa nagtatalo doon sa special awards sa
Totoo.
sponsor awards.
Ken,
And
you
if this is
mentioned awards. 5 kay Antonia,
5 kay
3 kay
Antonia,
Jazzy. So,
4 kay Jazz,
tapos
isa ang
isa
at
kay
may isa
Vina.
kay Vina. So which means that she's not totally out of the contention, right? It means
So,
that
silang
may
nga yung top 3.
silang talaga, di ba? Sila yung magpapatayo
Could
talaga
that
for the
be the
title.
placement? Could that be the placement? Baka giveaway na sa atin yun. Dun pa.
Pwede.
Anyway.
Pwede. Because last year when Anna Swingam Ayam won, it's like she took the lion's share of special awards during the preliminaries.
She did.
Parang
She did.
there were 6 or 5 na special awards. Tatlo ang hinakot niya doon sa special awards na yon.
Oo. Tapos,
Diba?
ganun-ganun din. Parang, better walker si Ai. Better walker si Vina. Ang dami
Mm.
iniisip. Pero, yun.
Lem123.5 says sa Latin Americans, ang dapat bantayan are Honduras, Guatemala, El Salvador, Nicaragua, mga nasa familiar Latinas pero malakas ang bala this year. I cannot say na sila lang kasi wala pa tayong nakikita
Oo.
sa Puerto Rico, sa
Ecuador.
Colombia.
Wala pa tayong
So,
Dominican Republic. Because last year,
meron na si
meron na ba?
Dominican Republic.
Dominican Republic was
Yes.
also good. Pero last year kasi talagang siya na.
Oo.
Para kay
Oo.
Ann. Kung si Ann masusunod,
Yeah.
siya pala, no?
Oo.
Little did we know. So, yung mga ganong moment, imagine, may pension pa pala sa Latina.
Di
So,
ba?
ang ingat.
Oo. So maraming tinik. I think maraming tinik this year. Um,
May nag-message ito, si Fabian daw ba, tinik? Tingin mo
mm,
ba tinik? Sa
hindi.
nagtanong?
Hindi, diretsahan na.
Kahit hindi nga yata bubog, ma. Parang, hindi ko
Parang,
nararamdam.
parang, ako ang basa ko, kung makakapasok siya sa top 50, top 20, top 10, baka pa Consuelo de Bobo na lang yon para lang masabi na hindi naman ganun kasayang yung nangyari doon sa...
Let's not let's not waste another spot on another undeserving girl. I said it. Yes, I said it. Undeserving. Let's give it to somebody else. Ang dami pa. Tigilan nila yan. Tigilan nyo yan.
Correct.
Galing.
I think if Singapore would choose a strong girl, baka pwedeng Singapore pa.
Uy, another
Kasi,
Indian na naman yata yung strong runner doon sa Singapore, di ba?
o di ba? Because of
Mm.
Harnaz, the Harnaz
4 na
effect.
naman sila.
Oo.
Di ba? Yung Ronnie and the rest. So, ang bongga-bongga. Well, we love Desi wins in the pageant
Mhm.
circle. Maganda
Okay.
yan.
Kape-kape, sabi niya, agree with Mark's take on the slice of the pie. That's my only reservation with Antonia. Jon Snow 79. Jon Snow actually is one of our mainstays dito sa ating live stream. Vina is still not Thai. That is her biggest problem and not very well versed in English. Jasmine speaks well but has manly looks. MUT always pick feminine Chinese looking girls as winners. Antonia will win. Pwedeng kay Antonia, but I don't think we should discount the possibility that it might go towards Venus or Jasmine's way. Kasi
Mm.
hindi super outstanding na looks lang ang titignan. They might still factor in the winnability internationally for
Totoo.
who they will crown as MVP. So maybe yes, they would look at what you call this. They would look at some of the factors that you've mentioned, but I think overall, baka ang titignan pa rin nila is who is the right girl for the international competition dahil more than anything else, I think Thailand is very much hindi lang thirsty but craving for a win.
At saka matagal na dapat nakuha. Sa totoo lang.
Yeah. I think um, 2017, Maria was a favorite. I was there
Actually,
in
yung pa
Las Vegas.
lang, yung pa
Ramdam ko na
lang,
siya yung isa sa mga favorite. Same with Pawin Suda.
oo, dapat talaga, akala ko Maria pa lang. Kanya na. Ay nako, this Thai representation is really tricky, but it's ripe and
Mm.
high time for them to win this competition. So ano, are we gonna move to the dreadful question? Who is your MUT? Yising Sam. No, Yising Sam is 23. So yun,
Mm-mm.
2023.
Honestly, I cannot pick one. Um, I think it will still be the triumvirate who will kill for that title.
I think I want Vina to win.
Mm,
I think the judges will crown Antonia.
mm,
Um, I also want Jazzy and Vina would be toe to toe for me. So
mm.
yun.
I think sa akin, Jasmine would be perfect for Miss Universe. Vina would be perfect for Miss Universe Thailand.
International in Thailand.
Yes. If it was if the system is pretty much like Miss USA, that if Miss USA wins Miss Universe, the vacated Miss USA title would be given to the first runner-up.
Yun
So
yun.
to me, the perfect scenario would be you send Jasmine
Jazzy.
for Miss Universe because she is a very global citizen in terms of the way she speaks, the way that she presents herself, the way that she's very modern. But reserve Vina at the first runner-up spot so that if in case that Jazzy wins Miss Universe, they are ready to put Vina as Miss Universe Thailand because that would
Totoo.
be for me the perfect scenario because it will make everybody happy. You know,
Oo.
it would make the sponsors happy. It would make the Thai fans happy.
It
It
will
would
make
make
Miss Universe organization happy.
happy. Exactly.
Everybody will
Um,
be happy.
Oo. Because let's face it, I think Thailand is in the best position among the past several years to win Miss Universe with any of these three girls. And even kahit si Antonia, yung ipadala nila sa Miss Universe, hindi sila mababaliwala. Hindi
I
sila
think Antonia
ma-overlook.
will be at the minimum at the top 5. Ganon yun. If she wins top, actually silang tatlo, minimum ang top 5 placement sa kanila.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's pretty much a guaranteed position. Hopefully.
Top 5. Any of the
Oo.
girls that we send to Miss Universe would be top
It,
5
it would be
at the
shocking,
very
no?
least.
It would be shocking siguro, no? Kung one of those three girls would not make top five.
That would be a disappointment. I don't think they can afford to get another disappointment this time. Baka lumayo ang sponsor kay Anne.
Hmm.
So,
Pwede.
'di ba? Masyadong
Oo.
sinasaktan yung mga Thai girls. Wala naman kami interest sa pageant mo. Bakit kami maglalagay ng pera diyan?
Hmm.
See? So
Pwede.
dapat maayos yung pag-iisip. So,
Oo.
yeah.
Okay, sabi dito ni Jester TL, judge pala si Celeste sa MUT, like, oh my freaking God. Ayan. What do you think?
Yeah. I don't
Uh,
know who will she pick. I think she might pick somebody who looks like her. So, kung siya ay judge, she might get Jazzy or vote for Vina either.
Pwede.
Baka.
Oo. Rad says, hope the judges would think about the Miss Universe pageant in choosing the winner because that's how Vina will win because she's undeniably their best bet to win the third Miss Universe crown for Thailand.
Could be true.
So
Yeah.
I think everyone is in consensus here that any of the three that we've mentioned, they are the best possible girls to be sent to Miss Universe this year. I think they are in a very lovely position in terms of the conundrum that they have right now, that whoever they choose among the three girls would be the best, the best girl that they can send so far in Miss Universe in the past 10 years maybe.
Uh-huh.
Because I think they are in a position where they can really make a move towards the Miss Universe crown.
Mm-mm.
So, kung sakali, Mark, I think kahit na sino dun sa tatlo ang i-corona nila, they have a good position. They have a good chance na manalong Miss Universe this
They
year.
do, they do, they do, they do. So, I think wala naman tayong pinagtatalunan masyado talaga, no? But I
Oo.
think majority of us really wants Vina Pravina to take this home. I really hope she takes this home. She deserves to take this home. And she would be my presumptive Miss Universe Thailand.
On my end, I am hoping that whoever is crowned this year, they should crown someone who is best for the Miss Universe competition ahead.
Mm-mm.
Because I think nung panahon ni Amanda, they selected the girl who is the best for the MUT na title.
Like,
And
who's the
I
most
think,
popular? Who did they like?
yeah, and I think that's the
Whatever.
ano, that's the mentality that got them like kaya top 10 lang sila that year perhaps
Oo. And
sa MU.
same with ano, same with Pawinso. Oh, Pawinso is the best Miss Thailand at that year.
Yeah, but definitely wala kang I think Pawins would being a favorite sa loob. Uh, allegedly favorite ng organization alongside
Mm.
Maria of 2017.
Oo.
Those could have been the years that they really could have won Miss Universe. So, okay, may comment dito si John Snow 79. Sabi niya, Jasmine reminds me of Miss Malaysia 2017, Samantha Katie James. May pagka-masculine ang features.
Ay, grabe na.
Uh, medyo strong yung facial features nga niya.
Ah. Pero they're
Kinakailangan
both pretty.
palambutin. Oo,
Makeup lang tsaka ilaw yan.
oo. Um, Sabi ni Dorothy V. Jones, I think it will be a Bea Luigi Gomez night na surprise. I think Thailand will send a young, sweet, and vibrant girl. Um,
They should not. They
why?
should not because it's not the year for that. Tumigil
Mm.
sila. Enough
Uh,
experimenting.
Oo. Rad, sabi niya, especially now with the new format allowing married women, etc. But if they would only think of a national winner, that would be Antonia. Another vote for Antonia here. Looking at the poll right now, Antonia is still leading at 41%, but Vina is very close by with 38%.
Oo.
Um, Laki. And medyo malayo ang agwat. Jasmine is at 12% and others at uh, 8% lang. Um, okay, basahin natin itong comment ni Art Laurent. Sabi niya, pag hindi pa talaga nanalo si Vina this year, we can finally say that MUT really doesn't like her at all cause talagang hindi nila vinalue loyalty niya sa pageant porn. Mag-ala
Possibly.
Pauline Amelix siya.
Huwag
Omar
naman.
Diego says, I love and hope that Vina will win, but I think the org will let Antonio win.
I think so too.
Um, ang daming pwedeng ang daming possible scenario na pwedeng mangyari with this set of trio girls.
Yes.
This triumvirate of Vina, Antonia, and
Mm.
Jasmine.
Ayan.
Uh,
Well, si Belladonna is saying may MET 2023 is other Star Course. Probably referring to to Kirikan.
yeah.
Diba?
Oo.
Red Tiger, si Rad is saying Vina won previously a lot of awards from sponsors. In other events, they have to. So yun naman pala, popular din. Red Tiger
Uh,
TV. Sige, go.
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
So So Red Timer TV says, MUT, watch out with girl number 27. I think si China Lin, di ba? China
I
Lin.
think
And
that's
27?
Chat na Lynch.
Chat na Lin. John Snow 79, do you think Kun An will have her own picks to enter the semis and the trump cards? Oh, hell yes!
Yeah,
Pero
definitely.
ino-influence na yung mga national org. Ganun na siya pumili
Oo.
ngayon. Yes.
Hindi siguro
Lem,
outright na sasabihin na put this girl, but ito yung
I like
qualities.
her. I love her. Ganun, mga
Oo,
ganun yun.
ganun lang. Oo.
So Lemuel 235, do you think MUT might go the other way and pick someone who is not among the three popular girls in MUT right now?
Ah,
Yes, they can, but that would be a
they
swing
can,
side.
but I don't think they will.
They should. They shouldn't even think
They
about it.
shouldn't. Oo.
Mm-mm. Gamerholic, what do you think if Antonia joins last year? Do you think she might win? She could have.
She could have.
She could have. With what she looks like right now, tapos versus Anne Spangyam, no, she would win.
Oo. She would win.
MUT,
Um,
Nathan's Corner, MUT will select the one who will wear Rian Fernandez's gown. We're not
I
sure.
think
Baka
si Chat na Lin yung mag-Rian
Rian Fernandez
Fernandez.
gown. O, baka, di
Oo.
ba? Pero I
Oo.
think they will crown somebody who's wearing emotions atelier. Dahil lang alam natin, di ba? Wala nang
Oo.
asaba, emotions
Oo.
naman. Oo. Mark
Oo.
Bernabe, nakaabot din ako. Congratulations. You've witnessed this,
Ye-
this very rare tandem together. Again, Nathan's corner. Would Vina being Indian prevent her from winning Miss Universe crown considering we just had
It
an
shouldn't.
Indian It will not. The thing that matters most is the name across her heart, and that's Thailand. Mark Bernabe, no holds back na ngayon. Totoo!
Oo.
2023 na, malaban
At
ma.
saka,
Oo.
I think, ito yung, this is the year where kung susugal ka, go big or go home. No?
Yeah. Ito na yun. Like, no half-baked, no cook-offs or something.
Yeah.
Sabi nga ni Mark Bernabe, again, wag niyo na pahawakin ng mic si Jasmine maggi-game changer. Oo naman. Oo
Oo.
naman. Sinabi
Oo
namin
naman.
talaga, grabe talaga. And yes,
Oo.
Gamerholic agrees with you, Jason. Kasi gusto kami ni Jess about who are the Latinas to watch out. Jess is now in love with Miss Chile at isa raw sa mga dapat bantayan. I totally agree. Fresh face, beautiful, glamorous
Yes.
girl.
Yes. And just giving us the Amanda Dudamel na fresh,
Oo,
young
no?
vibes, no?
Parang, ito na ba yung redemption ni Amanda, ni Manding?
Oo.
Kasi kamukha siya ni Manding. Oo.
Yes. At saka, when I look at her face, parang feeling ko hindi pa siya nagagalaw.
Wala pang hiwa, wala pang biyak.
Wala pa.
Oo, totoo.
Correct.
Sabi ni Lemuel, 235, ito talagang year na
Talaga.
bardagulan ng MU
And I
2023.
agree.
Bardagulan ba? Parang hindi. Parang laban lang to ng mga mag-aamiga. Parang you can't sit with us. Laban lang to ng magaganda. Ang
Correct.
bardagulan kasi yung 2008 eh. Talagang yun. Nagpapatayan si Diana, si
At saka si
Taliana,
Italiana.
si Mariang,
The, si,
oo, di
si
ba?
Dominican Republic.
Si
Yung
Marian
nude.
Cruz,
Oo.
nagsasampalan si Elisa, yun nagtatakuhan sila talaga.
Oo.
Nagbabatuhan sila ng heels that year. So hindi ko alam kung anong labanan. Pero might be. Pero since this is El Salvador, I'm looking at the 2007 scenario. Aralin niyo po yung Miss Universe 2007
Mm.
in Mexico.
I, I
It
think
could
I
be
think
it.
I think we're overly focusing on the Latinas. Siguro tignan natin yung bagong koronang Miss Universe Ukraine na Diosa. Her
Oo.
face is like a what do you call this? A mixture of Diana Karkusha, Miss
Mm.
Universe Ukraine, who was
Ukraine.
second runner-up in
Runner-up in
2014,
2014.
and
Yeah.
Olesya Stefanko, who was first runner-up ni Miss Universe 2011.
Well,
Ganun siya
since
kaganda.
Ukrainian siya, I would expect her to perform. Kasi usually, sakit ng European, pag maganda-maganda nga, hindi naman nag-deliver, di ba? Parang hirap na hirap sila
Oo.
rumampa doon. So, sana hindi ganun yung kalabasan
Oo.
because we have a lot of high hopes.
Oo. She's she's a polyglot. She speaks 7 languages. She's a yoga instructor. Who trained in Austria and India.
Mm-mm.
She is a uh, graduate ng nutrition. I think yung kanyang pinag-aralan. But she is a singer-songwriter who performs in concerts. to fund refugee efforts for the Ukrainian war
Ang
refugee.
bongga. Ang
So, I
bongga-bongga naman.
mean, yung resume, di ba, parang nananampal na kaagad. So,
Totoo.
ah, my gosh.
Pakisabi po kay Mark, kakain na kami. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bakit po? Nasa akin po ba ang sinaing? Opo, oo.
Basta magaling ka kasi magluto, Mark. Kaya ganon.
Oo, gano'n. Magse-serve. Nagluto nga ako kanina bago umakyat dito. Ako ang kakain
Oo.
after nitong show na 'to dahil ano, miss ko yung dinner para kay Jess, ganyan. Ayan.
Ayan.
Si Love
Um,
Nimrod, sinindiyo ang vote. So tuloy, Vina and Antonia Salmustay.
wait lang. May comment dito si Nathan's Corner. Sino sa three ang may strong advocacy? Yung may
Lahat.
lahat. Pero sa akin may parang extra points yung si Jasmine because
Jasmine.
of her
Jasmine yung
United Nations na affiliation.
oo,
I think
si Jasmine mabigat.
mabigat yun eh. Yung extra layer that it brings into your resume. I'm not saying na yung advocacy ni Vina or
May weight, no?
is weak. It's just saying that kasi ito may involvement with a larger international organization. Kaya parang lahat ng tao mafi-fixate on that.
Yes. Sabi nila Mel
Oo.
235, sana ibalik sa Miss Universe mga risky gowns back in the day. Ano ang risky
Ay,
gowns na ito?
ay, yung
Define.
mga nude na mga see-through na gowns, I
Ito
would
ba yung
not,
mga nakakatalisod o yung mga slit na kita ang langit-langitan? Because
yes,
that's been done
yes,
and done. Eh, I mean,
yeah,
kung hindi ka iikot tulad ni Diana, wag mong gagawin. Kung hindi
yes,
mo kayang ibalibag ni Taliana, wag mong gagawin.
oo.
Kung hindi
And
mo
also,
kayang ipaypay tulad ni Rio, wag mo nang
oo.
suotin, di ba?
And also, I think, kung naghihigpit yung US governing body on television, yung MTRCB equivalent nila, na
Oo.
that is, sabi nila, yun yung dahilan kung bakit hindi na-approve yung gowns ni Celeste because it's too much skin, too revealing because of kinakailangan nilang hindi maka-offend doon sa mga governing bodies that approves, the ratings. Kasi yung NC15 ba yun o NC13, ang
Hmm.
layo ng laktaw sa ano dun sa R18 na na tawag ito na rating,
Rating.
and definitely limited yung sponsors na pwedeng mag-fund
No, but
ng
I don't believe that the gown issue is with that. I'm not buying it. So, pero it's been done and done. Bala sila
mm,
doon. Pero ako, Kebs. You had the choice, you didn't choose it. So, galing.
ah. So, any final words before we finish our live stream? Kasi um,
Oo,
the
malapit na.
Miss the Miss Universe, plug ko lang sa mga hindi nakakaalam. The Miss Universe Universe Thailand na finals will start at around 9:30 Filipino time. You can watch it on the YouTube of the TPN Global na
Mm.
accounts, or you can look at the Miss Universe app doon sa details ng show. Kasi if I'm not mistaken, Miss Universe will also simultaneously stream the MUT finals sa kanilang app,
Yes, they will. They will.
or
They've been
or sa
doing that.
kanilang YouTube channel din.
Yes, oo, nakalagay yung final. So,
Oo.
you can watch all of these one and do not miss the action and check out kung talaga nga bang tamang haka-haka namin lahat at pinagsasabi
Mm.
namin dito. Please feel free to comment on Jason's comment section below, and you can reach, of course, more chi-chis talaga, more facts and furious statements about pageantry dito sa Sashes&Scripts YouTube channel, of course, sa Instagram ni Jason at Sashes&Scripts Official.
And thank you, Mark, for joining us in our live stream this
Always
evening.
a pleasure, always a pleasure.
I'm sure there will be one day na magkikita tayo face to face at
Oo,
ditong mga
babalik ako
past
Manila
weeks
next week.
hindi nagtutugma ang schedule
Oo,
natin.
hindi po tayo nagpapang-abot. Pero allow me to promote na rin ang reason ba't di tayo nagtatagpo. Of course, maraming salamat po sa mga nanonood ng trailer ng A Very Good Girl sa Star Cinema. Of course, September 27 ng theaters nationwide. Supportan niyo po ang pelikulang Pilipino and of course sa pagbabalik ni
Yes.
Catherine Bernardo sa mga sinihan. Maraming maraming
Yes,
salamat.
please. And kasama si Miss Dolly
De
De
Leon,
Leon
yes.
dun sa
Let the
movie. Kaya
mothering begin. Oo, she
yes.
mothered hard. She
And
mothered hard.
I'm telling you, trailer pa lang, ang ganda na. And aabangan mo
Thank you
siya.
so much. Opo. Oo.
It's like Devil Wears Prada meets, meets I forgot that movie. The one with uh Glenn Close.
Oo, yan. Abang bongga yon.
Yan.
So,
So
yes.
I'm sure you know that movie, and you would expect
Oo.
great
Kaya
things
kaya
with this movie.
babalik ako ng Manila ng Monday because on Wednesday meron po kaming media conference sa Star Cinema YouTube channel. Abangan niyo po doon. Yeah,
Ayan.
6 p.m.
Okay. Nathan is asking mag-post live kayo. Salamat.
Yes. Hindi
Probably
yata. Hindi na.
probably
Exactly.
yata next. Tignan natin.
Sa weekly update ni Jason, no? Kasi yung mga
Oo.
lingguhang ano yung ganap.
Oo. Or if gising pa tayo bukas, pwedeng bukas
Pwede.
ng gabi. Oo. Kasi syempre kinakailangan din matulog.
May mga hanap buhay din po kami, oo. Pero
Oo.
pinakaabangan niyo po yung aming live sa December.
Yes.
Oh, hindi kami pupunta ng El
November.
Salvador. Ay, November. Hindi
November.
kami pupunta ng
November.
El Salvador, pero mag-feeling po kami nasa El Salvador. Opo.
Yes. Thank you, Mark, for
Thank you so
joining us in
much.
our live
Thank you
stream.
so much.
It's
Yes.
been a very interesting and entertaining na
It is.
conversation again with you. Marami tayong
It's a
na
fun night.
pulot
Yeah.
na mga tidbits and
Oh.
perspectives in this live stream. So thank you
Yes.
very
Thank
much
you.
for
Thank you so much. Salamat, salamat, salamat.
Ayan. To everyone who's watching, please don't forget to like and share our live stream. Hit the thumbs up button, and for everyone who's new in the live stream, don't forget to subscribe, and hit the notifications bell for more pageant updates. Okay.
Yeah.
Hindi na, I'm not gonna keep you any longer dahil paghandaan po natin yung finals ng NET tonight, and we'll see
Yes.
who will eventually win the Miss Universe Thailand title.
Thailand. Okay.
Ayan. Thank you very much sa
Thank
lahat,
you.
Mark. Time to log off. Have a great evening,
Okay.
everyone. Bye, and see you in our
Bye.
next live stream.
Bye.